good difference. It's a negative difference. What are you doing, Matias? Huh? Oh, you're Matias. Sorry. I got so used to calling my little guy Tias without the M that now it's like it's easy to just say Matias or just Tias. Okay. This thing was cutting in and out, wasn't it?
A little bit, yeah. Not the whole time, but every once in a while.
That's kind of why I wanted the other thing, so that I had better steady audio. And this, I think, crackles even too. Okay, so that's on and that's on. Okay. Okay. So you've been having good experiences. So show me what your pre-ride looks like. And I'm just going to watch what you would be doing before you ride. He's like, I see that cone. I'm probably supposed to go sideways over it. Is this on? That behind you? So now what would you do next, knowing that he's distracted?
I haven't had to deal with him being distracted, but if in a situation I would have waited for him to ask me a question, then I would have invited him to come back.
Okay. Sometimes what you can do to help them kind of pull out of that distraction is ask him for like one more step back. You know, allow him to see whatever it is that he's focusing on and then ask for that one more step back. So then you can invite him in with full attention. Okay, so the only thing I appreciate your patience with him. However, it's going to create dullness in this particular case because he's so distracted that you almost need to grab him by the shoulders and go, I'm talking to you, okay? So in a way, you want to be able to tell him, you're allowed to be distracted, but never lose focus on me. If he's out in a herd, he's always going to know where that lead horse is, and he's always going to, no matter what his tension got on, he's always going to have one ear and one eye on that lead horse. So he should never totally tune you out. If he totally tunes you out, then take up the volume. Okay, ask for one more step back. Good. Now wait. He's still not focused on you, but that's okay. Invite him one step, see before he calls. Good? Good. Good. So that's something you can play with too, is see if you can get 1 foot to go. Because we're going to do some puzzles with him where we're going to ask him to put 1 foot here and then maybe 1 foot over here. So we need him to understand 1 foot at a time. So now, the only way you could have helped him on that is if you responded to the lean. So it's, you know, part of it is watching his body completely. So you can that's he had an itch. And the reason you can tell the difference is that hind foot was cocked. Good. Okay. So now just go up to him. Don't invite him back to you. Good. And especially any time that they're super, super distracted like that, maybe inviting them to you where they want to go could end up with you getting knocked out of the way and them heading past you. So, and this is more for educate. I know you know stuff like that too. Just to help the general audience. Okay, so let's see what his yields look like. Good, good. Yep, so his leaving was, how do you read his leaving?
His leaving?
What do you think the reason he left was? You know, is how he started to try to leave?
Was I pushing him that way with my energy?
It was his lack of confidence. So the only thing I would have done I would have either tried to rub him to stop because he did what you wanted anyway, or I would have asked him to give him like a backward feel and then ask him for a much more solid turn. So that's all worry there.
I think that I was not feeling confident about that either because he didn't fully cross over. Am I not supposed to look for a full crossover?
No, you are. So he didn't do it. So by his wanting to leave, the way you could manage that would have been either to kind of go up there and just try to soothe him and then go right back to him, or more clearly or more crisply say, I said turn. So this way he's not being left in kind of that, because he kind of got left hanging in that moment of panic. So that's why he did it again. Good, stop. Good, rub him. Good. Now that was much more confident. Stop. He's more relaxed and back to just looking around. Okay, do another one. Yep. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Go in there stronger. Yep. And good. So I'm okay with a straddle step. Wide feet. One more time, yep. Do them in threes, practice doing stuff in threes. And then you come out, and then your pre-trip is you just check to make sure that he's got all his turns and stuff available to you. Still not yet, still not yet, still not yet. Yep, don't dull him out, just go get in there. There. So what can happen if if you're too patient, you'll find that he'll learn to tune you out kind of like white noise static, okay? So you want to make sure that if it looks like he's just kind of tuning you out or he's really stalled on you, then you kind of get bigger. Your energy doesn't have to get like louder at him. You just bring your body up more and be like, hey, excuse me, I'm talking to you. So kind of get that like in your head is when they start to seem like they're ignoring you, think to yourself, excuse me, I'm talking to you, because then they'll start to, and I usually actually even say it out loud, excuse me, I'm talking to you. So that way they kind of snap out of that tuning you out. Yep. Good. Now, don't bang him back. Okay, so allow him to pull that line out of your hand. See how you banged him? You almost made him wrong for the right answer. So you gotta make sure you don't bang him back. Okay, go ahead and do one more. Forward, yep. Yeah, he had a little mix to it. So probably what's happening is he's perceiving the hand that's closest to his girth as driving his rib cage. So what I would do then is hi, sweetheart. I didn't even say hi to you. I'm sorry. I'm like getting ready in here to climb right on you. Hi. So what I would have done, I'm asking his head to go this way. I'm asking his shoulder to go this way. Good. So he did end up going sideways because he was evading, because I was much stronger than he was expecting. But he's licking and chewing, so he's handling it. Good. Yep. Now follow his head around. So there you go. Good. Scratch. Good boy. So the trick too is when they start adding their own thing to it. He added the sideways to it or the hind heel to it. And doing that, the trick would be as soon as you get that front leg doing what you want, before he activates that second part that he's added, rub him. So he can go, oh, okay, I didn't even, because he doesn't want to give you the extra effort, you know what I mean? And he thinks that's part of it now. Good, rub. Good, before he adds the back legs. Good, don't go. That's just his lack of confidence, that's okay. Okay, one more. Good, wiggle, wiggle. Okay, so he's added all kinds of stuff to that. Go ahead. Good, wiggle. Okay, so how you can help him, I'm just going to borrow him for a second. How you can help him is to not allow his worried feet or his confused feet to do too much. So I'm going to stop him. Hope, hope. Good. So what I want him to do is cross his feet. So I want him to say, good. And I banged him on purpose that time because he got too much other stuff involved. Good. Good. Okay, good. So he changed the gear. Did you see that gear change? Good. So now I'm just kind of helping him by taking it down. I brought it up a notch. Now I'm taking it down a notch. Okay, so I brought it up a notch to kind of snap him out of it. Good. So I had to take it up again. Okay, so it's a balance game. So now I'm going to try to take it back down. Good. Good. So when he started adding a whole bunch of other junk to it, I had to take it up to just kind of like grab him by the shoulders and say, would you just listen to what I'm asking you to do? But then once he had the right reaction to me taking it up, now you want to go back to, you always want to get as light as you can. So as soon as you can get him back to doing, good boy, you're okay, doing it to the lightest, then you're just going to have to play with that, you know, like, okay, can I do it light again? No, you're still going to add your back feet. Okay, I got to get loud to correct the back feet. And then can I do it light again? So just you're going to kind of oscillate between, you know, getting louder, and finding that balance. So I'm going to say we'll leave that front one. We'll leave that front alone. We'll go ahead and try the hindquarters. Good? And that's because what happened was he was so thinking about his front feet, his front feet got way involved. His back feet, he should change gears now. His back feet should be the only thing that gets involved now. Good. So he's shuffling, yep. Yep, turn up the energy a little bit. There you go. So I would only allow, say, 2 shuffle steps because it's his way of saying, I kind of get what you want, but I'm not going to give you allowing too much shuffling. So you allow too much stuff that they come up with, then they think that's the right answer. It's not that he's trying to be bad, he's just seeing how little he has to do. Okay. Huh? Yes, yes. So like if he shuffles twice, then just kind of, again, it may not be, you know, getting louder with all your aids. It may just be allowing your body to get bigger at him. Okay. There, good. Yep, good, that's the right, yep. And I would pet him instead of just put your hand on him, yep. This way, because your hand still make him feel bracy. Kinda. That was a little bit of bouncing around back. Still more, there you go, good. 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 Now he's starting to actually connect to this is something you're doing. But before now it was more like he just was assuming you were just rudely getting in his space. Now he's starting to understand. Go ahead and ask him for one more. Good. Good. Now, did you feel you had to take up your physical energy, or did you just take up your body? I didn't know. His side was to me. Okay. We'll do one more this way. There. Good. Good. That's okay that he got a little worried. He got a little kind of intimidated by the energy. That's okay, though, because it seems that he's going to kind of need them to be a little crisper for him. Good. We'll do the other side now. Good? Good. Like a good one. So we want to make sure that if, at least on this side, we don't start adding any of that gray stuff. Good? Now he's telling me that you've bumped him back a couple times by accident. Did you see why I knew that? He went, and then he kind of actually came more towards you with his front end. That's kind of his way of telling me that he was used to maybe getting hitting the end of the line. So just kind of go ahead and do it. And just make sure you for him. Good. Yeah, and you can always, grip it and then wiggle or whatever to stop all that extra stuff, but that's okay. He overachieved. We'll do one more and see if we can't get the individual step that we're looking for. Good? So that would be a timing thing for that. If you had rubbed him right away, when you released the pressure, he would have not added all that extra stuff. So let's try one more and see if you can't time it better. For the rub, as soon as you release, knowing he did it, rub without scaring him as fast as you can. Good, rub. There you go. I would quit on that one. Good. Okay. All right, so let's see if he has his, because you're riding in the halter, see if he has his flexion, his lateral flexion, just to make sure that we can stop him if we have to. Okay. So the first one that I do is I do it like I'm bringing him to my toe. So that's don't move your feet. First one I do, hi sweetie, is I stand here and I bring his nose this way. And then I would, if I was looking to disengage the hindquarters, I would bring it up to the wither. So try to bring it to like the point of the shoulder instead of to the wither. Good. Good. Oh. Unfortunately, he moved. So this is a don't move your feet. So stay with him till he stops moving his feet. Keep his head bent around till he stops moving his feet. Don't change anything about you till he stops moving his feet. Till he stops moving his feet, then release him. Till he stops moving his feet. Good. Release him. One more quickly. He's communicating already. He recognizes rain stuff. Good. So we'll do the other side. Till he stops moving his feet. Good. Good. Up. Stay with him. Good. I'm actually kind of proud of him because he's very, very distracted. He's very, very distracted. Oh, good. He took a nice response, so I'd leave him alone on that. All right, so let's get him ready to see where he's at for riding. So I would say that if you were gauging him on a scale of 1 to 10 for his readiness to ride, I would put him at maybe a 4. But we want to work him through some of the stuff that he's struggling with also. So because continual distraction is why I would put him that low. If he was so focused on you, what are we doing, then I would have given him a higher, because he was listening. His distraction tells me that when you get on him, he may tune you out to look over there, and then he may go, oh my God. So those are the things that I gauge whether or not I would climb on.
Is there anything that we could do to
Yeah, we can get him completely thinking about his feet. I don't know if I did it with Shanti when I first met her or not, or maybe it was Rain. One of them where there was a lot of go this way, go this way, go this way, go this way, pay attention to where your feet are, crossing their feet over and getting them. Now he's a little more focused, but I didn't want to take his energy up too high to have him then have to come down in order for us to work with him. But no. He'll be fine, because I want to work him through. He's gonna, no matter what, no matter how calm we get him on the ground today, he's still gonna have that tight spring thing when you first get on. I'm hoping that we can eventually just change that completely, but it's habitual right now. So once we put the saddle, the bareback pad on him, we'll go ahead and do some more stuff on the ground anyway. You're all right. So many straps. Hunter's probably shedded completely out by now. He's probably like, I guess I don't need this coat anymore. He moved here from wearing a sheet to wearing a winter blanket. So I'm like, only one, but the first day that I came to visit, his neck was wet. He was definitely not adjusting yet, so I'm sure he probably shed some of his winter coat off already. That's a good horse there. What a good boy. He's like, I have an itch on my right rib cage that I want to get, but I have to pay attention to you.
I think I prefer Matias's body shape. I have different kinds of styles of horse.
Yeah, he's got tall thoroughbred thing going for him, except for his withers aren't ridiculous like a thoroughbred's withers.
Very sleek.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say that looked funny because where you would attach a martingale was not right, but it snapped down. It's fine now. I was wondering I was about to ask you if that's the adjustment you've been using, because it was so off, but no, it
not fitting?
Yeah, now it should, right? The D-rings that go in the center of the sternum were way up on his shoulder or his elbow. They're in place now. Good boy. This seems even a little bit better. Is this better? Okay.
Usually it would be
dancing. He's such a beautiful horse. He didn't lack in compliments every time that I saw him when he was staying with me. I'm like, oh, you're so beautiful. He's such a beautiful. Huh?
He's making me want to pet him right
Yeah, he's like, look at me, I'm beautiful. I know I am. So, are you confident in what you've been doing with him to where I can just watch, or you want me to be a part of it?
Be a part of it.
Okay. So you're gonna have to get him on. We'll do the reins and everything, but.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, we could do the circles first.
Oh yeah, my bad. Okay. So first part of that, which he's doing good. Wait. If that's okay if he goes, just let him go. The first part of any time we do circles is we're going to back them up first so that they have a beginning, middle, and end. The beginning is I back up, then I tell you where to go, and as you go, that's your middle, and when I hind yield you, that's your end. But he has to have a beginning, and often they get confused when you have them right up with you, and now you're telling them go out on the circle, and you haven't really given them any better form of communicate. That's okay. Did we do change of directions? Okay. Pretty sure he knows it, but see if you, now I'm going to walk you through it before you do it. See if you can walk backwards, run your left hand down that line so you can take a feel on his nose and redirect him the other way. So walk backwards, run that hand down that line, and then redirect his nose the other way. Walk backwards, redirect, and then support with your, yep. Bump, there, yep, bump him so he knows that he's not supposed to keep going. Yep. It's okay, he's just getting a little, good. Yep, he just asked. There you go, good. Now leave him alone. Good. It's all right, buddy. That was tough, I know. Yep. Now it's okay, he's just asking, so just support. So that would not have involved anything but that support. He's asking. Yep. He's got a little worried, that's all. So he's asking a lot of questions right now. It's okay, he's all right. Yep.
What are you looking at now that he's asking?
The pace of his feet, the turn of his head, the hesitations, and how close he is to her. So go ahead and it's the same thing, but the other hand, you're gonna step backwards, run your right hand down the line and tell his nose to go the other way. Support with your left hand to tell him and his shoulders. There you go. Good. Yep. His eye contact, no. Is that what you mean? No. We can. That was like a full-on preview of what was going to happen.
You got it?
Yeah. So, I'm glad I saw you do that. What you would do instead of going out and around to cause the yield, see how you kind of like went out and around and made it more about you moving your feet? I would have bumped his nose and said, listen, I'm telling you to do something else. So kind of the bump, like I said earlier, is the communication for so many things. The bump is like, but you missed what I was trying to tell you. So I would have bumped him trying to stay in my spot and then been, just insistent, even if you had to spin with. Okay, so this time ask him to back up first, send him out in the circle whichever way, do 2 laps, hopefully solid laps. Did we work on the out with you, helping him Yep, see, that's what happens when you don't do the backup first, is that he just assumes something. We don't want him to assume. We want him to ask for directions. Good. Good, he's just worried. He's worried, so make him back up. He's mirroring your body. Good, good, good. And pick a direction. Good. Watch out for the mounting block. It's too heavy for me to drag right now. So see how he's coming on you? Rib cage and tell him out, and if you have to, rib cage and push him out. So I would do it now, yeah, and say out, so he learns that is a part of it. So then all you have to do is say out, and you don't have to do anything else. So like right now, I would be doing it. See how he's letting so much slack in that line? Out. There you go. Good. So the pattern starts right there, where he starts to go. He cut in, but. Yep, so just try to interrupt the pattern. So here I would do a little, okay, that's good. Okay, change direction. Step back, give him support, Yep, so that's the only place where you're lacking is the other hand support. So once you have a hold of his nose and you're telling his nose to come in to you for instructions, because that's all you're doing is easy, you're okay, buddy. You're okay. It more hit you than, I guess I am doing this. It more hit you than you were trying to be loud to him, but nah, we're good. I don't want it too far away. Yeah, yep. So ask him to walk. And when he asks you, you're just going to say, no, I do want you to keep walking. In your best interest, to have the line in the other hand. So that way when he did ask, you could support more clearly. So whatever direction you want him to go in, you want that hand. So if you're going to change directions, you change hands so you can point the nose in the other way. But anytime he's going this way, you want the rope in your left hand, and anytime he's going the other way, you want the rope in your right hand. So you can do that exactly. If it was in the other hand, it would have been much harder for you to clearly communicate that. Change directions. Yep, there. Good. So, what would you say just happened there?
I think I gave him too much energy.
Yes. Yep. So, you didn't give him the benefit of the doubt that he might get it this time because he's struggling in this direction. So, when you feel him out, you're saying, okay, so this direction, to change directions, he's a little duller, so you might need that energy, but we definitely can turn it down the other way. Wiggle him to a walk. Wiggle him to a walk. Yep. Yep, and then softly tell him, yep, he didn't need it though, good. Change directions. So this is the direction he needs a little more support on. Get his nose going your way so you can talk to that other eye. Support, and leave him alone. Good, he's asking. Did you see him ask, yeah. Christopher? Because I know you're asking what I look for.
I think I briefly saw it. I wasn't looking for it though.
Okay.
Was it after he changed direction?
Right after he changed direction, he asked a question. He's asking again, but he's also saying, I have to poop. And just so you know, Susan, he only did half of one before, so this is the other half. Yeah, right? Yeah. It was a sampler. Actually, this hors d'oeuvres. Oh, my bad. Okay, so changing directions this way, he's much easier and much lighter. So take your adjustment to this direction. So go ahead and change directions. Once you get his eye, just support. Good. Excellent. That was little worried, but nothing like it was, right? So you need to exercise your out, or he's going to keep making that circle much smaller. So that pattern starts right by those cavalettis is when he starts thinking about cutting that in. You don't have to go any faster, handsome. So make him walk. Good, good, good. So he's kind of tuning you out a little bit, and that's okay. And do you know how I know that?
Looking out the ring.
Looking away.
He's like, yep. So as soon as he gives you one ear, where he's starting to think maybe I want to get some instructions from you. See how he's got a backward C. He's arcing his way away from you. As soon as he looks like he's offering you any attention, go ahead and change directions. It is also a way to encourage attention because you're going to keep surprising him with, but I didn't want you to go 10 laps. But in this case, we're going to try to get him to ask. Yep, I would say there was one. Yep. Yep, gently, gently, gently. Support, 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 support. There you go. Good, good. It's all right, that was much better. Did you see him ask that time?
Almost. Sure.
Good.
I think I'm mostly focused on his head. Should look at everything.
Everything, yep. Because his head's not telling you near as much as everything else is. Good. Now, I would almost take advantage on one of your outs when he brings his focus back to you. Change direction after one of your outs because that gets his attention. And then you can say, oh, well, while you're looking at me, let's do something else. So, yep, and he was in part already offering it. Yep, and gentle, gentle, very good. Very good. Very confident change. He is, yep. So that is, who does that? Rain does the drive-bys? Somebody does the drive-bys. Yeah, so that was partially a drive-by, and it's because he's getting away with it. And I don't mean because he's not doing it maliciously. He's getting away with it because he doesn't know that there's more to it. So look at opportunities like that instead of thinking, oh, now I got to break him back down to the walk, as, oh, I get to break him back down to the walk. We get to work on that communication. So this way, anytime that he does something that's not what you're actually looking for, look at it as an opportunity to rehearse more of what you are looking for. So that way you can kind of get all your languages much more clear with him. So get ahead of that. So right now, step towards his ribs. So now take a step like you're going to go to that cavaletti when he gets there. Step out there, step out there. Even if you have to, take a step. See, now he changed it. He moved it over here. So step towards the cavaletti. There you go. Good, good. Now, he also moved one over here, so step over here. There you go. Good. Now, bring him back down to the walk. That's okay. We're just changing the shape of his circle. Yeah, she should be saying out. Yeah, we want him to walk. You could say walk if you want. You can say walk. Walk. It doesn't matter. He should respond to the wiggle. Walk.
He likes to try. He's got some energy built up.
That's okay. He's starting to check in better too, though. That's good. He still has one that's just watch. Don't do it yet. See if he's fixed it. Now he's got one right there. Yep. Good. So we just want to break his patterns, and the way you break a pattern is you get ahead of it. So this one should be fixed. He's got one. Let's just see. He's got one right there. Go ahead and push him out. Good. That's okay. Let him walk. Ask him to walk. Yeah, yeah. Good. He's asking, but gently. Yep, leave him alone. So he still has it. Okay, we didn't fix it. That's okay. So instead of putting that much energy at him, oh, good. I thought he was bringing that one back too. So step out there now gently. There. See how he moved his shoulder for you? And by moving only his shoulder, he kind of indicated to you that you might be putting your energy a little too far forward. So you want your energy more at his ribs or at his girth. There. Good. Walk. Good. He's still got that little bit right there. So can you see where it starts? Yep, so then take a gentle step towards him at the barrel. This time, gentle step with like a mannequin hand forward. So just kind of like, so you can kind of step at him like this. Because that one's fixed there. That one's coming back a little bit. Now, go ahead and step at him there. There you go.
Mannequin hand is quasi-zombie apocalypse. It's like on the way.
Yeah, I couldn't come up with something really quick, so mannequin hand is what I think of.
On the way to zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, here for.
His dad and one of the horses were like, zombie apocalypse.
Okay, wait, let him do this one. It's still there, but go ahead and change directions. Bump him, bump him, bump him. He's asking so many questions right now. Bump him, bump him, bump him. There you go. So the bump on the line would have helped him not do so much of that question asking. Okay, so and a bump can get as loud as a bump needs to get to say, hey, no, that's not what I'm saying. Hey, no, wait, that's not what I'm saying. Good. So let's see if we can circle a little bit. So this may be a whole, you might have to, yep. Yep, there's quite a bit of it going on there. There. Now, just let him use the line. Anytime he brings that where it's going to, yep, you're going to just make those adjustments. Good? Yes.
If these were two horses in the wild, all they would be doing is a little bit of this, and the other one would be listening. So is this communicating in their language?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So you're saying I'm boss. So Morgan used to say I'm boss, and by that I mean, hey, step back.
Well, I don't want that abrupt because he's responding so emotionally, but yes. If you ever get the pleasure of watching Hunter and Matias will make Hunter run circles around him. Matias will lunge Hunter and make him change directions and keep lunging him. And it's amazing. At a walk and a trot, he'll do it for hours. I don't know if you'll ever get to see it, but I have it on video if you want to see it. Yeah. So lunging, no.
Makes Matias do it. So Hunter.
No, Matias makes Hunter do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because in the stall, Hunter's the boss.
Yeah, and Hunter's normally the boss. It starts off as a game, and then Hunter can't end the game. So Matias capitalizes on having that position.
Oh, nice.
Have you ever seen any other horses do that?
Yeah. Yeah, I watched one horse torture another horse, like for hours. Wouldn't let it stop. They were in a square round pen, it was round pen panels, but it was square, and just kept that horse running for hours.
Did eventually you feel bad and want to help?
I went in and I told somebody they got to split these horses up because that poor thing's going to lose weight. Okay, hind yield him. So you did hand before you did head. Okay, you almost tried to pull him around first. So you want to make sure that if your hand's involved at all, it's at the exact same time, and it's only to bump him to say, hey, I'm going to tell you something else. So it's kind of like tapping him on the shoulder. excuse me, I want to tell you something. This way, anytime you tap him, he's going to go, yes. Okay? All right. I'm trying to find, you need to put a handle on this, like the drawer handle.
That would be bad. Well,
Yeah, that would be.
we'll get an easier one. Get a smaller one. Dover! We need to go to Dover.
Yeah, Dover Run.
I know, I was so excited.
There's one in Richfield or Georgetown now. Totally, that's like candy store for me. Even though I don't buy anything, I just love going and looking at everything. Because I'll pick out, it's my feel and touch place. And then I get online.